Alright, so what's going on, people? First and foremost, the thing that I've been saying each and every video so far, Sneaker Hearts, right? Go ahead, check them out. They got their whole little organization helping out the Chicago region, making sure people have shoes to wear to whatever they need to wear them to. You know, if you're like underprivileged and all that stuff, or you're some child in sports and they're trying to make sure the schools get shoes and all that good stuff so that the kids can enjoy themselves. They're out there making a lot of things happen. There's more to it. I'm sure there's a lot more to it because the dude says he's like constantly like working. You know what I mean? Like even if he's not out there delivering stuff, he's always like maybe checking the emails, setting up the next thing, picking up a Dropbox, whatever he's doing. Dude's working crazy hard out there, and he's got a good team of people with him from what I've seen. So if you could please take a moment, go on over to their little social media areas, just kind of peruse the sites and such, and just kind of, see what they're up to, right? If that's too much to ask, leave, because you are not welcome here. No, I'm kidding. I mean, you're welcome here. It's fine. Don't take that the wrong way. Anyways, so this next video here, what we're going to be talking about is the 2010 to 2019. Well, really to 2017, because in 17 is when they stopped with the yearly Air Max labeling. So we're starting down here. 2010, right? This is a 2010 Air Max in some kind of Volt and black colorway, like I've always said, and I'm a huge green and black guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the yellow and black is good too, but this one is right up there with it. So the Volt, the black, the grayish, I don't know, lighter black, whatever it is. This right here, really awesome. I used to have a black pair also, but I don't anymore. I guess someone stole it maybe? I don't know. Unless it's like in a box that I've just stored away somewhere and just haven't found, but either way. And then this, because again, I'm also a fan of purple. So you got this pair as well. Get that in there real close for you. There's a lot of light going on up there, so it might be hard to really see. But trust me, it looks pretty cool in person. And again, the 2010 Air Maxes, much like the 2009s, I wish they would bring these back too. The other ones, I'm fine with them, but 2009 and 2010, in my opinion, were like the last good, modern, straight up Air Max releases. I got no problems with the 720s, I do have problems with the 720s. Not so much the 270s, but and the 200s don't really like scream by me. Like the 2090s don't really jump out so much either, but those 2010s and 2009s, man, those. So that's 2010, right? This is 2011. There you go. Also, real quick before I get in, there's another 2010 that I had back in the old days. I wore that thing all throughout the world. I went to Ireland in those. I went to Russia in those. Walked the mean streets of England in those. And probably Norway and a whole bunch of other, basically like all across Europe and the States, right? And some things that weren't technically Europe either. I think I may have worn them to Tenerife, maybe? I don't know. Either way, that pair, it did not make it though. At some point, the bubble popped, and it was years after I'd been wearing them and stuff, so I got my use out of them, and it just kind of sucked to see them go. Anyway, so then we moved on to 2011, right? So I got this pair here. I have two pairs in my possession right now. So I got this pair, obviously a Volt pair because I'm a huge fan of that. And then I have this pair, right? This pair is just some kind of silverish whatever color and black. I remember buying these back here, actually, from the MacArthur Center, from a Foot Locker, I want to say, in 2011, like the end of 2011. So every so often, like, because of when things happen, like, you just remember a lot of details about stuff, and that's one of them. There's also a pair that I don't have anymore, because I popped them, and I can talk about this now, I guess. I was jumping a fence to, like, that I guess I probably didn't need to jump it. There's probably holes. Either way, I was jumping a fence, because we were going somewhere, and, like, it was closed, but we wanted to be there, so there's that. And Ended up popping the shoes, called Nike, like, hey, shoes are damaged, man. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. And they're like, oh, just send it to us. If it's normal defect type stuff, we'll get you a voucher. So they sent me the voucher for whatever the retail of those shoes was, which was probably like probably the 160 range, 170. I don't think they hadn't gone up too high just yet. They sent me that voucher, and so I replaced those black and turquoise kind of blue shoes with another pair, right? And that pair is also no longer here. That pair was gray and blue, something to that effect. But those also damaged. But the voucher thing is only good for within 2 years or something of the manufacture date. So sometimes you just got to cut your losses. But anyway, so that was the 2011s. And then they came out with the 2012s, right? Not an amazing look, as I kind of alluded to, but here's one. Here's a black pair, right? It's got a lot of weird, I don't know, web type thing going on there. So there's the black pair. Got this here red pair. Push these laces down. So really, like they're all standing up like alfalfa's hair. Like the little rascals. Do you guys know about that? I don't know how old my age group is for like my demographic or whatever. The people that are watching this stuff. But anyways, there's this one. This one I do like. This one's got some nice coloring to it. It's got a nice amount of pop to it. So you got that guy going there. This one is also pretty nice actually. But again, as far as it's nice for colors, but model wise, eh. So again, another 2012. This one with the black and the white, right? It's not bad, right? It's just, I mean, does this seem like it's better than many other Air Max models to you? Like, because it's not to me. And then this one, which I've been needing to clean for a long time. God, yeah, you can see why, right? This happened as a result of Riot Fest 2015 in Chicago. Man, it was a really good time, but it rained like when we got there, when we got into town, it was raining like heavy, like all day, right? Because we got there the day before the actual festival kicked off. It rained the whole day. And then, of course, the event is in a park. So that park was just a mess. But it was worth it, I got to see a lot of bands. I got to see, Motorhead, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's like the guy died not too long later, so that was cool to be able to see them. Same with Prodigy, they were also there. Millencolin was there, which I'm a huge fan of. No Doubt was there. The Academy got back together for that. Mustard Plug, I'm a huge fan of those guys. If you're into Detroit-based ska, maybe you are too. Snoop Dogg was there. He was late, super late, so late, but he was there. Anyways, right here, moving on to 2013. These are 2013s. Wasn't a big fan of these either. I don't know, just the look was just, I don't know. Like I said, the Air Max, maybe that's why they stopped. They just weren't looking so great after a certain point. And these here, another 2013. I do like this color though. I like this blue. So that's kind of nice. Like it kind of like the way it is across the top there of the laces. It just kind of has a nice vibe to it. And then it kind of goes down under the tongue, or not under the tip of the toe there to the sole. Yeah, this is a pretty decent colorway of a not so decent model. So it kind of gives you those mixed feelings, because in some ways you like it, but in more important ways you don't. And now these should be 2014. So 2014 is when they also introduced like the Flynet thing. So that's what this is, right? I have a pair of these. I have some Oreos. I had another pair that, right? I feel like I had another pair that maybe I popped. No, that was a pair of the standard 2014s, like not this style, but the ones that had like the weird triangle on the side. I don't know if I have any of those in here though. Well, yes, looks like I do. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I, right? So anyways, there's this model right here, another 2014 Flynet. You probably saw these a lot a couple years ago because those were everywhere in every single outlet. And it's like they were selling because people were always wearing them, but like it's like they made millions and millions per state. What's this? Okay, this is the Oreo ones. I bought a pair of these for my mom to go to Comic Con the first years, which would have been 16 or 15. Huge fan of them. Anyways, this is my first time getting like an expensive shoe. Because these were 225 or something like that. Yeah. Jesus Christ. These were 225 retail in 2014. Who knows what that would be now with like inflation and stuff? It'd be like $1,000. But anyways, I bought these back then, and I was able to get them practically for free because of that whole warranty thing with like the popped Air Maxes and stuff. Yeah, like another pair, they sent me a voucher for $190. I'm like, you know what? 225 minus 190, I'll pay the difference. It's like $35, no big deal. Now this, I actually kind of like these now that I haven't seen them in a while. This is a 2014, right? So that's what the 2014 standards looked like. So right here in this, what is this? Obsidian and Sail Purple, Venom Vivid Blue. So yeah, these right here, pretty nice, right? Not too shabby, huh? Yeah, so 2014 wasn't a bad year for the Air Max either. You know, they brought out the Flyknits, they had these going on. Now I remember having a green and blue, there's like a Volt green and a blue pair, basically like this color on the 2014 standard. But those popped when I was in Vegas in 2016 on my way to a Cirque du Soleil show. But these guys still seem to be intact. This is another 2014, which was also a very common color to see. I think I saw somebody wearing these recently or something. But anyway, so that's another 2014. Moving right along. Man, like, you know, I make a lot of claims to be an Air Max guy, but now I'm starting to think like, man, like, there is some truth to that. Because sometimes you say something like, yeah, man, I like Air Maxes. But as I do this, I'm like, man, I got a lot of these. This right here, 2015, right? Not an amazing look, but it's decent, you know. When we get to the 2016, you'll see that they stepped it up a bit. So there's that. Move this one over here too. All right, another 2015. This one also white-ish for the most part, but with some pink in there. This pair, I don't remember what exactly the deal was, but online the color looked a little different. And then in person, I was like, okay, this is. I already own these now, so I'm not gonna bother returning them, but I'm not happy about it. I mean, it's not terrible, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't what I expected. Just because, again, sometimes coloring is just like when you look at a picture online, it just doesn't always match up, you know? That's a thing that I apparently learned a long time ago and still deal with almost every Yeezy release. And now, here we go. Let's see. These right here. Another 2015. But these ones I did like a lot. Still do. So this right here, you know, got a nice little orange to red gradient going on the bottom. Got this orange and fly wire across the top. You know, these things like when you tighten the laces, that kind of like locks in the shoe. You still see this on a lot of things nowadays. It's just like on something like the Vapor Max. It's just kind of like you can't see it so clearly. It's just kind of interwoven under the shoe. But if you look close enough, it's still there. Same with like the Vapor Max utilities and stuff. Those, it's more on the outside though. And then of course you got like the standard meshy style going on here. So overall, pretty decent look, you know. But I don't know, they didn't have many killer colorways, at least not for the price that I wanted to pay. So that's why I don't have so many. Speaking of only having so many of something, what is this? So this, apparently I paid $141 for these after shipping and taxes. Now this is a shoe that I like, right? Actually, maybe this was the last good Air Max release, the 2016s. So there's that for you. See how it's, like I was saying, like pretty similar as far as like the layout and everything goes. They just kind of stepped it up and brought that fly wire in a little bit more, kind of streamlined it and everything. Gave it a nice sleek look, but still keeping that same kind of overlay of the mesh so you can see under it, and you got like the red under there. Like, I don't know, that's just like they just did a really good job on this shoe to me. And somebody commented on these recently, like when I wore them to work the other day, or had them at work the other day. Like, man, those are some cool shoes. Wow. So, Nike, when they get something right, they get something right. But they often get a lot of things wrong, or a lot of things like okay. And now, speaking of getting a lot of things wrong, or a lot of things like, this right here, like this was not a good send off for the Air Max, in my opinion. This is the 2017, right? I mean, it just looks bad. I mean, it doesn't really feel that great from what I remember either, but I just don't like the look of it. It just, hold that up so you can see it. I don't know, it's just something about this. Like, I wish I had bought more of them only because it was like the last Air Maxes that they really made, you know? Like the last true traditional Air Maxes for their yearly releases. But I didn't like them, you know? I just couldn't get behind them. So there's that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this. I feel like this one was a little longer than it needed to be, but I did a lot of shoes compared to like the last couple rounds. So whatever. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And please don't forget to check out the good people over at Sneaker Hearts because they're doing good things and you could be a part of that. All right. Later, people.